All right, we're going to do a little demonstration of voice activated commands that I use in iRacing. So I'm setting up an AI race with some Xfinity drivers, and you can see we have 20 drivers. The skill spread is 100 to 100%. All right, we've entered the practice session at Phoenix Raceway with the Xfinity car. I'm using a free setup, steering ratio 12 to 1, offset +2. Brake bias is at 62%. Let's enter the session. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you has to do with Discord. You see that my mic is on in Discord. Maybe sometimes you want to mute that. Maybe you have background noise in your house around your rig, or maybe your rig's just too loud. You don't want it on to irritate other drivers that are listening on your voice channel. So I can say something like mute Discord, and it mutes the mic. That's pretty cool. Unmute Discord. There we go. Fantastic. Now, this feature also works nicely in iRacing when you're transmitting. So we all know that we can use the radio to transmit to all teams. There's a macro for that. I have it mapped to my steering wheel. So when I press it, you see I'm transmitting on all teams. But notice in Discord, my microphone gets muted when I press the iRacing transmitting on all teams. So if I stop transmitting in iRacing, my Discord mic is back on. So iRacing on, Discord off, iRacing off, Discord back on. So that's a great feature. It avoids you getting that echoey effect that sometimes you hear when people are talking in iRacing and they have the Discord mic open as well. Okay, the next feature is kind of cool. If you want to look at some telemetry data while you're driving, I can just say, open telemetry. And it opens my Race Lab apps telemetry. So you have a leaderboard, a track map, telemetry data, personal session best, information. So that's cool. Now, if that's too cluttered, you want to get rid of it. If it's interfering with what you're doing, the driving, you can just say close telemetry. Fantastic. Look at that. Okay, now we'll take a look at our black boxes. We have the fuel and the tires in particular here. Right now, nothing is checked off in the fuel or the tear off or for the tires. I'm going to leave the pits, and when I leave the pits, that's going to reset. So you can see my gas now has reset. My tear off has reset. And my tires have reset. So let's say for some reason you want to come into the pits, but you don't want to get any fuel, or you don't want to get any tires. Maybe you want to just do a fast repair or get some damage repaired. So what I can say is no service. So you'll notice now the tires are unchecked and the fuel is unchecked, so it's a tear off. Let's say you decide that I don't want the tires, but I want to get fuel. So I can say something like fuel only. Fuel only. Sometimes the background noise from the car interferes with these voice-activated commands. You have to say them maybe twice, like that time, but you can see now that the fuel is checked off. The tires are not checked off. So maybe I decide that, yeah, I want that fuel, but I also want to get tires on the right side, but not on the left side. So I can say right side tires only. And you'll see that the checkbox is in the right tires, but not the left tires. let's say I change my mind, I just want to get everything, I can just say full service. So now I have all my tires checked, and my fuel is checked, and my tear off is checked. So that's pretty cool. I can do that with voice activated commands. Now another thing I can do is I can alter my setup a little bit. Now people say once you drive in a fixed setup race, you know, whatever you have, that's what you have. But that's not entirely true if you have the Husinkfeld pedals, because they have software that allows you to change your throttle and brake and clutch inputs on the fly while you're driving. So I'm going to change a couple of them right now while I'm driving. I can do it quite simply. Strategy 1.
Profile strategy 1 set.
So I know it's a little loud with the car driving. I'll demonstrate again with the car stopped, but you can hear a voice say strategy 1. I'm going to change it back to something I call a fast profile. It's something that has a quicker throttle response. So, here we go.
Profile fast set.
So that said profile fast set. So what I'll do is I'll pull into the pits and I'll demonstrate that again so that you can hear that a bit better. No service. No service. Okay, I'll just pull over here. And we'll go to the stall. I'll turn the engine off. Now I'll do my setup changes again. Here we go.
Profile fast set.
Strategy 1.
Profile strategy 1 set.
Fast.
Profile fast set.
So that's an amazing thing to have. You can change your inputs for your throttle and your brake on the fly. So that's really cool. Okay, we're going to do our qualifying laps. If I want to open telemetry, I can do that. It gives me a simplified version with what the drivers are doing and a track map. I think I'll leave it on. I'll just have get my fast settings going. Fast.
Profile fast set.
Okay, let's go out and do some qualifying. Okay, be careful on the cold tires. All right, here we are in our Xfinity race, and we're just going to set our throttle response. Fast.
Profile fast set.
Open telemetry. Okay, fantastic. So we're ready to go. If I want to change anything in my black box, I could. I could say no fuel. No fuel. Full service. So I can change my black box setting using voice commands. Now for some reason these Xfinity guys, the pace car leaves and they just take off here before the green light comes out. Which is interesting. And then they all slow down for the green flag and away we go. Outside there, but that's okay. Slow there in the corner. Okay, let's look at how we can manipulate all the cameras and do some camera switching during replays, and this also would work during broadcasts. So right now we are focused on position number 1. If I want to go back in the field and look at position number 10, I'll just say car 10. Now it's not car number 10, but it's the car in position 10. Then I can go back to car 2. And I'm focusing on car 2. Now I can change the camera angle as well. So I can say gearbox cam. There we go. So right now we're on board with car 2. Just passing some guys and we're looking at the gearbox. You can also switch it over to gyro. There it is. Car in position number 2. Not car 2, but car in position number 2. Looking at the gyro. 9. So now we are in car number 9, not position number 9. And we have the nose cam. And we can change that now to a different camera. Let's go to gyro. Now we're in car 9 looking at the gyro. That's pretty cool. We can change the car position again. Let's look for car 3. So this is the car in 3rd position. Let's change the camera angle to gearbox. There we have a gearbox cam on. My car. My car. All right, so that's how we can do camera switching in iRacing.